open a congregation for the conferment of degrees. Please be seated. Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, at our ceremony this afternoon, we are to award degrees to graduands in two of our core subjects, management and civil engineering. In those departments, as in all of our departments, the range of courses available has been greatly extended compared to a few years ago. But however long, established or new the title of a course may be, it's our responsibility to ensure that our undergraduates can benefit from the latest research and the best teaching that we can provide. You have kept your side of the bargain by taking your learning seriously and working hard. For you graduands, this moment is, as Prime Minister Sir Winston Churchill once famously said, not the beginning of the end, but the end of the beginning. You here today exemplify the innovative nature of UMIST at work. There are over 160 courses listed in the undergraduate prospectus today. 5 years ago, there were around 100. Recent new courses addressing modern needs include bioinformatics, neurosciences with artificial intelligence, and also international management. What UMIST has done is to look at the marketplace, study the needs of industry and the public sector, and relate these to the needs of prospective students. It is therefore not by chance that UMIST is regularly rated as the best provider of graduates, sometimes admittedly jointly with Cambridge, by the biggest 200 recruiters in this country. A Sunday Times survey in February showed that 6 months after graduation, UMIST graduates earned the highest salaries of all graduates from UK universities. I hope today's graduands will keep it that way. We were delighted earlier this year to be once more called to Buckingham Palace in honour of winning our second Queen's Award for Export Achievement. We won the first one in 1992 and now a second. This is rare indeed. You might ask what it is that we export, and the concise answer is knowledge. More exactly, we earn 20% of our research income from overseas, and of course, large numbers of students from overseas come to study with us, which is a form of exporting knowledge. Last year, our 175th year, we received a third Queen's Anniversary Prize for Higher Education, the only UK university or college to have done so. All these things, I believe, underline just what a great university UMIST is. UMIST was founded in 1824 to provide Manchester industrialists with the artisans skilled enough to run and manage the industries which were then the wonder of the world. Today, this university is rated 6th in the country for research and first outside Oxbridge and London. And as I said, perennially voted the favourite source of graduates by national and international employers. It's also noted for having the closest links to industry. Our graduates run many major companies, including Tesco, Colgate-Palmolive, Nissan UK, Asda, BOC, and many others. I'm delighted to welcome here today another leading graduate, Mrs. Wendy Mayall, another fine example of a first-class student who has developed into a first-class businesswoman. We will honour her with an Outstanding Alumna Award at this ceremony. Besides producing excellent graduates for business, UMIST also produces businesses. Earlier this year, one of our more than 30 UMIST spin-out companies was floated on the London Stock Exchange, the third such flotation. UMIST is clearly making its contribution to wealth creation and to job creation and growth of the new knowledge economy. I think it's therefore fair to say that it is a true descendant of the original Manchester Mechanics Institute. Given all this, plus the buzz of Manchester as a student centre and the multinational and dynamic nature of the city, it's hard to imagine a better place to study than here at UMIST. Clearly, today's graduands have worked hard and well to arrive at this ceremony, and I warmly congratulate you I would now like to ask the graduands to stand, please. Your guests here today, parents, partners, friends and relatives, have played an important part too in helping and supporting you during your time at UMIST. Some of you have come from far overseas, at even greater expense to those who supported you. You make a particular contribution to the variety and richness of university life here on this campus and enable us to show to each other that there is more than one way to lead the good life. The success which all of you graduands now enjoy would not have been possible without the very considerable support, and indeed often the sacrifice, of family and friends, many of whom are here with you today. It gives me pleasure to warmly welcome them to share in your success today and to thank them on behalf of UMIST. I now invite you, graduands, to applaud them in appreciation of their support to you. Please be seated. Your contact and involvement with UMIST does not end here today. All graduands become members of the UMIST Association, the organisation for former students and staff of UMIST. As members, you will be kept in contact with UMIST as well as with one another through the biennial magazine Mainstream and through events which are run each year. You will not escape us, even if you come from overseas. Branches of the UMIST Association are to be found in various places around the world. Please do keep in contact with us, make sure we have your contact address, and come back and visit us whenever possible. You will always be welcome. As I have indicated, many of the leaders and achievers in the world of commerce and industry are UMIST graduates, running corporations, large and small, in the UK and around the world. We will follow your futures also with great interest, as we have theirs, including, of course, those of you who come to us from one of the 80 or so countries from all corners of the world. There are few places in the world where UMIST graduates do not make their presence felt. Believe it or not, there is life after UMIST. Many of you will stay on for more study, but the world of the workplace beckons. We hope that UMIST will have given you the skills and the understanding of how to develop your talents for the lifelong learning which lies ahead. This is a challenge and an opportunity. No one can graduate today and expect that the knowledge acquired here will carry him or her through to retirement or even through the next few years. As I said at the beginning, we have been supplying skilled people to industry, commerce, and the public service for the best part of 200 years. We have changed. Our methodology and our course content are unrecognizable from even 20 years ago. You have responded successfully to the academic challenge, and as UMIST graduates, you should confidently face the future, as do we. So we embark on this ceremony, and I congratulate you once again. We are proud of your achievements and hope that you will take pride in saying you studied at UMIST. Thank you. Pleasure to call upon Professor Dale Lisbeth, head of our Manchester School of Management, to present Mrs. Wendy Mayall for the Outstanding Alumna Award.
Principal and Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, graduands and alumna 2000. The Outstanding Alumni Awards at one or two of the graduation ceremonies is a recent innovation in recognition of the major achievements of former students in their chosen field or profession. These people are the personification of the mission of UMIST. The first award was in 1996 to Terry Leahy, a management sciences graduate who is now Chief Executive of Tesco. He has been instrumental in making Tesco the leading UK grocery chain and in establishing Tesco as a major international presence. Other awards include Ian Gibson, Managing Director and Chief Executive of Nissan Motor Manufacturing UK, Karen Guerra, Chair and Managing Director of Colgate-Palmolive UK, who also graduated from the School of Management, Sophie Grigson, and last year, Rory Brooks, another graduate from the School of Management, who is an entrepreneurial exemplar who established mezzanine management. Today, we are here to recognise the distinction of Wendy Mayo. Wendy studied in the then Department of Management Sciences, now the Manchester School of Management, where her achievements included the Lomax Memorial Prize for the best final year dissertation. After a year working in Manchester, she was attracted back to the school to study for an MSc specialising in finance before she embarked on an investment management career at Thorn EMI, followed by a period with investment consultants Rogers, Casey and Barksdale, Stamford Associates, a name that just trips off the tongue, being managing director and principal. She then joined Unilever, where she is currently Chief Investment Officer of their UK superannuation fund, which has assets of over £5 billion. Wendy believes in balance. When at UMIST, Wendy was able to blend working and studying with, in her own words, having a good time, including socialising and sport. She was able to balance studying psychology and finance, no doubt to keep her options open, and went for the finance option. And at work, she has combined her dedication to her family, her 2 children, James and Sophie, and her husband, David, with managing this major fund while avoiding a Nicola Horlick public profile, even though she has an equivalent role. She's a firm believer in family life, being an active member of the Parents' Association and finding time to travel widely with her children and husband. As a reflection of her importance, she was recently awarded the accolade of the 70th most influential woman, ahead of the Queen, by that epitome of obvious good taste, business insight, and knowledge of contemporary issues, Good Housekeeping magazine. Finally, she balances all of these activities with being director of the Children's Society at New Ways. Principal and Vice-Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you for the Award of Outstanding Alumna 2000, Mrs. Wendy Mayo.
Principal and Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, graduands. First of all, may I say how marvellous it is to hear what a great success UMIST is today and what a prestigious institution it has always been, in my view, but seems to be going from strength to strength in the years since I left. First of all, thank you, Principal and Vice-Chancellor, and thank you to the UMIST Alumni Office for this very prestigious award. I have to say it's very humbling to join the list of high-achieving people we've just heard about who've returned here to UMIST to collect it. And thank you, Professor Littler, for your extremely generous address. A final thanks to Annette Babchuk for the brilliant work she does at the Alumni Office. And my advice to all of you is to be nice to Annette, because you will undoubtedly have to go to her one day in the future and beg her to trace your friends here today. This will happen when they, in the nicest possible way, move and forget to tell you where they've gone. This award just shows, however marvellous your time here at UMIST, and mine was wonderfully enjoyable, both academically and socially, things can get even better later on. This really is a very proud moment for me, and I'm especially glad that my family is here to share it. I come from the Isle of Man, and my parents, who encouraged me and helped me to come to UMIST in the first place, have come over from the island to be here today. They were also here 21 years ago in 1979 to see me receive the degree that most of you are about to receive. And from such a different generation, our children, James and Sophie, who are 12 and 10, have come up with us on the train on a very stressful journey, I have to say, with Virgin, but so I haven't quite calmed down from the stress of that yet, but to be here, largely motivated, I suspect, by the prospect of a day off school. I must say that James and Sophie were very impressed by the Students' Union. The video games may have given them a false impression, though, of student life. Or there again, maybe not. Well, they say that behind every successful woman is a man. And I must say that the support of my husband, David, has certainly been a major factor in me being able to successfully combine family life with a career. And I'm very pleased that he is able to be here today. I say this because he was due to start a 6-week trial for fraud this morning, but an 11th hour plea of guilty has led him to him being released from court to attend today's events. Maybe I should add that he was the leading lawyer acting for the defendant and not the defendant himself. When I was a student here, I wrote a dissertation about the Isle of Man. It was marked, I must admit, rather more highly than I expected by the then Professor Rowland Smith, now Sir Rowland Smith, Chancellor of UMIST and Chairman of Manchester United plc. A few years later, in 1982, I met Sir Rowland at a business lunch, following which I received this letter. And I don't really, it's amazing that I should keep it, but I did manage to go and dig this out when I received, and I found out about this award. And in it, he says how good it was to meet a former student. And he goes on to say, you have clearly done extremely well since leaving Manchester and are clearly going to get ahead to greater things. I hope you will come back to see the department from time to time. Even more important, provide equity support for one of your professors. Anyway, 18 years later, here I am. And I have to say, for a reason I never dreamt about back in 1982. My continuing links with UMIST do not end with Sir Rowland. I would especially like to thank Professor Kerry Cooper, who unfortunately can't be here today. He encouraged and convinced me to follow up my undergraduate degree in management sciences with a master's degree in business finance. Professor Cooper is now established, as far as I can tell, as our national expert on stress. I certainly don't seem to be able to drive the children to school in the morning without hearing his latest words of wisdom on the radio. But I must say that the skills and knowledge I gained here at UMIST have certainly reduced a great deal of the stresses that I've encountered during my career, with the exception of Virgin Rail. Most recently, my career has taken me to Unilever, one of the world's biggest companies, and one which I must say has proved to be a brilliant employer and a great place to work. Part of Unilever's uniqueness is that we are a truly global company with a commitment to meet the everyday needs of people everywhere. We have what we call a multi-local, multinational approach, whereby our operating companies around the world are able to benefit from the support and know-how of a global organization, but at the same time, they're totally integrated into local society and dedicated to meeting the tastes of local consumers all over the world. This approach clearly creates a wealth of opportunities, both at home and abroad, for our employees, and perhaps most importantly, will offer a greater opportunity for personal choice and career development than ever available before. And I would encourage all of you here today to take advantage of the opportunities offered by companies like Unilever during the careers ahead of you. In terms of meeting the needs of British-based students, Unilever's more popular brands include Calvin Klein, Lynx, and the ragu pasta sauce, which our market researchers tell us is so eagerly bought by students for their spaghetti bolognese. I have to say that it's a great pity for both me and my flatmates, more especially, that the modern delights of ready-made sauces were not around back in 1976 when it was my turn to cook. Anyway, as they say, enough about me. It's your careers which matter now. And as I say, I really don't think there's ever been a better time to launch one. I left UMIST in the midst of a recession in 1981, and since then we have seen booms and busts come and go. But with this latest sustained upturn, I do see a real difference. I really do believe that the explosion in the internet, the seamless globalization of business and finance, the lightning speed of communications, and the fluidity of the whole commercial environment means that the opportunities now presenting themselves are far greater for you than those facing any previous generation of graduates. That includes my own. When I wrote my dissertation little over 2 decades ago, it was typewritten by hand. The only way to correct any mistake was to retype the entire page. The fax machine was a futuristic novelty, and most telephones had circular dials on them. So what shines through in the transformation we have seen in the last 20 years is the unprecedented pace and nature of change. It is a pace with which all of you are uniquely equipped to deal, because you, more than anyone, have the tools to capitalize on it to the full. The world is smaller than ever, which means your imprint can be all the bigger. You just need to focus, seize your opportunities, and quite simply go for it. I shall be watching out for you, and I can't wait to see the success stories that will spring from this hall. One day, some of you will be on this stage to tell them. Thank you.
Principal and Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Science, International Management with American Business Studies with Honours, Toby James Baldwin. Nicola Butcher. Sabrina Michelle Droom. Sally G. Jonathan Howard Luff. Claire Elizabeth Manterfield. Kirsty Ann McLean. Vinnie Puhumul. Adrian Jeffrey John Beck. Julia Helen Bevan. Stephen John Bow. Kate Louise McNamara. Keith David Miller. Sarju Mistry. Carol Lindsay Ratcliffe. John Richard Rowlings. Marla Rajnikant Shah. Oliver West. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science, International Management with French, with honours, Toby Richard Fleetwood. Claire Danielle Hughes. Sarah Helen Levison. Debbie May Lewis. Louise Prince. Stuart Abrahams. Paul Jeffrey Adji. Rihanna Amirali. Natasha Andrea Curtin. Jane Blanche Ellison. Darren Harvey Fogelman. Simon Charles Rees Ham. Susan Emma Kathleen Harris. Rosemary Hussey. Tina Coley. Sarah Jane Law. Emma Louise Lowe. Peter James McLean. Noel Andrew McLaughlin. Vicky Joanne Sidebotham. Jonathan Anthony Solomon. Rachel Elizabeth Stroud. Anna Charlotte Stuttard. Rakesh Thakrar. Annabelle Louise Thompson. Catherine Ann Traynor. Ellen Sarah Watson. Jonathan Richard Worrell. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science, International Management with German, with honours, Melanie Jane Cotgrave. George Matthew. Richard Try Parton. Srijal Patel. Zoe Ann Payman. Rathai Priyanyu. Louisa Scoffham. Matthew Joy Thalakochu. Richard John Walsh. Mark Parnham Fowler. Sally Joanne Home. Peter Michael Robert Wigmore. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Management, Employment and Organisation with honours, Rodrigo Alejandro Yarte Sada. Leila Rebecca Mars. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Management, International Business Economics with honours, Catherine Emma Louise Acott. Murali S. Reddy Galugari. Sway Man Ho. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Management, International Studies, with honours, Melanie Jane Harris. Emil Matthias. Claudia Simone Pranscuate. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Management Marketing with Honours, Louise Mary Cotterill. Nina Maria Masselin. Charlotte Elise Mitchell. Katrin Emmy Rieger. Abigail Spears. Anna Elizabeth Sutton. Lisa Ming Lei Sang. Charlotte Elizabeth Woodley. Hugo Aidin. Catriona Clark. William Andrew Fergus. Christina Gilbert Fernandez. Philip Neil Windus.
Principal and Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, I present to you for the degree of Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering with Environmental Management, with honours, Darren Philip Mort. Simon Peter Nesbitt. Jennifer Gay Bridgeland. Michelle Louise Davis. Michael Frame. Robin James Miles. Joseph Michael Noak. Emma Mary Rogers. David Samuel Ross Barker. Simon Richard Fowles. Michael Leslie Gartside. Michael Philip Bushrod. Graham Hughes. For the degree of M.Eng in Civil Engineering with North American Studies, with honours, Joanne Eccleston. Craig Woodhouse. For the degree of Master of Engineering, Civil and Structural Engineering, with honours, Edward Nathaniel Mills. Samuel Crossley. Nazrina Zalia Mohammed Noor. John Robert Saxon. David Anthony Cross. Himanshu Mistry. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering, with honours, Carolyn Angela Berry. Y. Leng Yip. Wan Ming Ho. Douglas John Lamb. Guan Sing Lo. I. Boone Alvin Lowe. Lei Li Teo. Rebecca Elizabeth Walsh. Hao Chun Woon. Haizon Yang. Ali Amari Ahmed. Duncan Christopher Bryant. Mark Allen Calvert. T. Ho Jian. Sean Tuck Keat Key. Chi Leong Kok. Ka Ho Lee. Alexandra Charlotte Louise Monaghan. Yik Siang Chan. Christina Melina Georgopoulou. Akitarini Kundaraki. Nazrul Hakim Samsudin. Michael Stewart Russell. Michael Andrio. Glenn Richard Holt.
Principal and Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of Academic Board, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Management with Honours, Hasu Shamir Shah. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Management, Human Resources with Honours, Bindi Shah.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Principal and Vice-Chancellor, I now confer degrees in absentia on those students unable to be present here today who have, under the conditions set out by ordinances or regulation, pursued courses of study so prescribed and have satisfied the examiners. Would you please stand, ladies and gentlemen? May UMIST, through sound learning and by the advancement of knowledge, achieve its purposes in the service of the nation and the world. I declare this congregation closed.
love Max Little. He's class.
I was going to do the moonlight. I was going to do the moonlights, but I thought I might trip over.
Joe, are we trying to get a shift on to Harrison? Or... What, we did that, I was thinking we did that first then.
Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, definitely.